Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel for War number 7 of Season 49. Today we have a matchup against DD13. We're sitting in the last spot in the Masters bracket right now, so needing a win to kind of give us a little bit of a buffer going forward. Team today, Rank 2 Havok coming to war along with Hulkling, and Longshot, Rank 2 Longshot coming to war, I think for the first time. I don't recall ever using Longshot in war before. We are starting off today once again on path number 9. We have a rank 3 Adam Warlock, unduped Adam Warlock that we're going to be taking here with Havok. You can see we're running Mutant Special and Power Back Boost, so the objective here is just to nuke him as quickly as possible with a Special 3, repeated Special 3s that is. So he is unduped, so we can safely hit into his pod if that becomes a problem, but the biggest issue in this fight is that every time you dex his Special 1, it's going to remove up to 3 prowess effects, and if you get caught, dodging too many of them, then you're going to be triggering a whole bunch of indestructibles and the fight can easily get out of control. So you can see me like aggressively hitting his block. Whenever he backs up and blocks, I'm trying to get a full 4-hit combo into his block, and I want to keep my prowess ideally at the max of 7. So meanwhile, we are building up our plasma charges, and I'm waiting to get to my Special 3 here. I think we're going to bait one more special here from him, and then I'm going to go ahead, launch the Special 3. He does not have the indestructible passive on him, so this is going to do a ton of damage and end up pushing me back to my Special 3. But one thing that I didn't expect here, I'm going to immediately fire off my second Special 3. However, Havok gets an attack bonus on a Special 3 only when he converts charges into prowess. So the Special 3, the second Special 3 here, does not do as much damage as I expected it to do. And now he's stuck right at 3 bars of power, and I need to combo into the striker, and thankfully that combo ended up killing him, because I probably would have been dead from that Special 3 otherwise. So something to remember for the future. Alright, here we have a Guardian on node 18. This is very similar to the Shaka that I took on this same node. Was that last war or the war before? I can't remember. Right, so we have to wait out the Incinerate phase, of course, with Hulkling. Only attack during the Poison phase, but it's pretty much the same fight here. As long as you can, get good dexes on the Special 1, you're fine. He has the auto block, but you're unblockable when you're firing off specials, so really not much, danger going on here. That being said, this was a few days ago. I do recall Guardian's AI being a little bit finicky in the second half of this fight here. Like, I think I get special intercepted by him at one point, or maybe like regular intercepted, or maybe both. I can't really remember here. So we trigger the indestructible, just wait it out. Right there, I guess I missed the dex for the Special 1. That's unfortunate, but nothing too bad here. And now here I'm trying to get him to block so I can throw another Special 2 into his block. He is not cooperating, and come on, you can do it. Hold block. You can hold block. Right, hold block. Nope, he just doesn't want to. He does not want to sit still. There we go. Finally, get the full combo into the block. The Special 2, no crits, unfortunately. Right there, there's where I get special intercepted. So now we have to do like a third cycle essentially in order to get him down. So Hulkling is pretty OP. So I wasn't really concerned about like dying or anything in this fight. We just have to wait it out. Unfortunately, got hit a couple times there, so now we are too close to our Special 3 to hit into his block. So I'm going to have to bait this special out and then go ahead and fire off my Special 3. So a little unfortunate because hitting into the block and getting those shapeshift charges, or converting them rather, would push me to my Special 3 anyways. So we'll just fire the Special 3 off, and I think that pushes him again over bar of power. We are in the Incinerate phase, so once again we kind of have to back off. We did get an Incinerate on us, which is fine. And yeah, so again, I feel like this fight could have been a little bit shorter if I had maybe played it a little bit differently. If we had a little bit better crit RNG on any of those Special 2s, it probably would have been over like 30-40 seconds ago, but get him down either way. Alright, moving on, we are up on path number 7 here. We have a Deathless King Groot, cherry-flavored Deathless King Groot, and we're going to be using Longshot here. So again, Deathless King Groot is a tactic defender, so we need to make sure to aggressively hit his block. Another thing to remember here is that I don't think that DD13 quite understands how King Groot, or Deathless King Groot's debuff shrugging works, because it's not classified as a purify. So the node here doesn't benefit Deathless King Groot in any way. So he'll never go unblockable on this node, essentially. So there's really very little danger here. It's just a straight long shot fight. I'm not going to push him to the special 2. I'm going to stick to the special 1. Again, make sure I have enough prowess here, and then just keep firing off the special 2. Ideally, I want that Incinerate to be placed on him when he's outside of the Fury phase, because he'll still shrug it off. It just won't count for the tactic. So right here, Striker into the Heavy. That refreshes everything, and down he goes. Okay, next we have a Kingpin on 34. I was originally not assigned this fight. However, the guy that was assigned it, we had to send him to a different path to provide backup. And since I did have a tactic attacker on my team, it was determined that I could take this fight. So my initial kind of instructions for this fight were to just spam special 1. And you're going to see that the special 1s essentially do like no damage here. So at some point during the fight, I switched tactics and instead opt for special 2, and that does a ton more damage, as you'll see. Like I'm just kind of like doing very little bit piecemealing here. He's constantly regenning from willpower. Even though I have the Despair Mastery, he's still getting some through with recovery. And it takes me a little bit of time here. I'm just trying to like stick with it. And in my head, I'm thinking, is this one of those fights that's just going to be like, 4 minutes and 30 seconds, but, it's slow but steady. And I kind of doing the math on the time in my head. We've done 15% damage in 60 seconds, and I'm like, this is not going to work. So at some point here, I decide to switch from the SP1 to the SP2, and we take a nice chunk off of them with the special 2, and that's ends up being what we need to do. So just trying to heavy counter when we can, keep the bad karma on him. Don't know how he was able to dex and parry that, unfortunately. Goes unblockable from the node, not really a problem there because he's very easy to evade. Again, aggressively hitting his block just because he's not being totally cooperative, so we're triggering a bunch of the indestructible passives here just from trying to bait out a special attack. Right there, we fire off the special 2, and you can see how much damage those passive incinerates do from turning the bad karma. And right there, fire off a special 1 to refresh, and you can see just like in that like 15-second period there, we did nearly his whole health bar in damage. So yeah, switching tactics mid-fight was the call there. Alright, I have never taken this Gorr with Longshot. Typically we'll send like a Kushala here if she's not banned, or a White Tiger here. I've seen this fight done on YouTube a bunch. I've never taken it, of course, so I wasn't really sure how to approach it. I've seen people use like a White Mags pre-fight and just kind of like tank the one eye open damage in order to get heavies in with Longshot. I did not have that luxury here, and I was like mega spooked about taking any sort of blocked hit from Gorr, because you get those debuffs on you in a war fight, and you're probably dead right away here. So I'm trying to get like my up to my special 2. I want to get that Incinerate on, get the Fate Seal active. Yeah, so this is by far not the golden example of this fight. I do get through it. You can see how many regens he's got going here. He has now healed up to full, because I am unable to get that Fate Seal on him. Mystic Dispersion from the regens ending has pushed me to my special 3, and Longshot's SP3 does like essentially no damage here. So I'm just trying to get to a point where I can get that SP2 off, get those buffs off of him, and just incinerate the crap out of him. Yeah, again, inexperience with this fight probably cost me a bunch of time and a little bit of gray hair, I would say. We've got 5 bad karma on him, so finally we are in a spot where we can launch the special 2 and take care of him here. Accidentally take that last hit on the block, and now we've got some debuffs on us, which is definitely not ideal. We're up to the special 2 here, hitting into his block, baiting out this special 1, and now finally we can fire off our special 2, and then that removes protection, and you can see it does 91% of his health in damage. And I throw the special 3 here. I don't know if I should have done this or not, because I think this pushes him to his special 2. I was hoping that with the prowess it would do enough damage. It leaves him at 1%, and the ensuing Incinerate again takes care of him. So, yeah, a little bit of a spooky fight there. Probably a better effort next time. Speaking of good efforts, we did come away with the win. So shout out to DD13, 5 kills for me, 0 deaths, and our record has improved to 4-3. This should put us, if memory serves, I think maybe like 15th or 14th overall. So again, a little bit of a buffer, probably necessary for the rest of the season. And actually, we've already done the next war, and we will definitely be needing that buffer. So. Folks, if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.